Hey everyone, welcome. Today, we're going to break down a really common English idiom. One that describes a feeling I'm pretty sure we've all had. You know, that heart in your throat moment of, whoa, that was close? By the time we're done, you'll get exactly what it means and how to use it. Let's jump in.
So really think about it for a second. Have you ever had a super close call? I mean that heart-pounding moment where you almost trip, or maybe a car just zips right past you. It's that split second where something terrible almost happened, but then somehow it didn't. And all you're left with is that massive sigh of relief.
Well, for that exact feeling, there's a perfect idiom in English. We call it a narrow escape. It's such a simple but really powerful way to talk about that super intense experience of just barely getting out of trouble.
Okay, so what does that actually mean? Let's look at the official definition. The key words here are only just. This isn't about, easily stepping out of the way of something. A narrow escape means the space between safety and, disaster was paper thin. That's where the word narrow comes from. It was a really, really small margin.
Now, for our Indonesian-speaking viewers, this translation just hits the nail on the head. It's hampir celaka atau selamat dengan susah payah dari bahaya. It basically means you are almost in harm's way, or you survive danger but with great difficulty. And that last part, dengan susah payah, or with difficulty, that is so important. It really gets to the heart of the struggle, just how close it was.
All right, let's put this into a real-world example so you can see how it works. Picture this. We had a narrow escape when our car almost got hit by a truck on the highway. Wow, you can just feel the tension in that, right? The Indonesian version would be, Kami mengalami narrow escape ketika mobil hampir tertabrak truk di jalan tol. It just paints such a vivid picture of that sudden, heart-stopping moment.
Okay, here's another great example, and this one is pretty intense. The climber had a narrow escape after almost falling from the slippery cliff. I mean, this really shows you a life-or-death situation. One little slip and it's all over. And in Indonesian, pendaki itu memiliki narrow escape setelah hampir jatuh dari tebing yang licin. It's just a perfect phrase for a scenario with such high stakes.
You know, what's so interesting about this idiom is that it's not just about the scary thing that happened. It's really all about the feeling after the event. It's that huge wave of relief, maybe even a little gratitude. It's all about surviving by the skin of your teeth. It highlights that razor-thin line between what actually happened and what could have been a total disaster. And hey, it's not always about physical danger. You can totally have a narrow escape from making a big, embarrassing mistake, too. So let's bring this back to you. How can you start using this? Just take a second and think about it. When was the last time you had a narrow escape? It doesn't have to be a runaway truck. Maybe you almost hit reply all on a sensitive email. Oh, that's a classic one. Or you nearly missed a huge deadline at work. See? That was your narrow escape. The best way to remember these things is to connect them to your own life.
And there you have it. That's narrow escape for you. A really small phrase for a really big feeling. So now you can spot it when you hear it, you know what it means, and best of all, you can start using it yourself. Thanks so much for joining me today.
Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe.